This is John Cola with GrowingYourGreens.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you. Nice, beautiful day here in San Francisco, California. We're on another field trip for you guys. Man, I've been traveling so much lately, it kind of gets a bit tiring. But I'm always having a fun time and enjoying it, and figured out how I could garden, or at least have my thoughts in the garden when I'm traveling. So besides getting my own personal food here at the farmer's market, I encourage you guys always to, if you don't have your local garden, your backyard garden to eat out of, go to farmers markets and get stuff farm fresh. And so I'm here to buy food for myself to eat for my trip here. But also I thought I'd make a video for you guys to share with you guys some things that may be available at your local farmers market that literally you can buy at the farmers market instead of take home to eat, which then poof, your food is gone. You can take these things home, plant them in the ground, and have them multiply and reproduce later. So we're here at the Mini Farmers Market. One of my favorite farmers markets in San Francisco, definitely the lowest prices and a lot of variety of different produce items that are being sold here. There's quite ethnic diversity at this market, so there's a lot of different unique and uncommon foods that you may not normally see. So in any case, we're going to go around this farmers market and share with you guys just some of the foods you can actually buy here, take home, and just literally put in dirt and have crops coming up the following months in your garden. Now we're walking to the farmers market. The one tip I want to give you guys is get here early. As you guys can see, there's like a lineup of cars to get in, and parking is notoriously bad. So get here as early as possible. I believe they open at 6. And while you could buy apples and plant the seeds out of them, we're gonna show you guys some stuff you could plant really easily, and get some good yields out of your garden. So of course, the first things I'd recommend growing, you could buy here or at a store, is the garlic. You can literally buy the garlic, and you can just plant each clove, and it'll turn into another garlic bulb in the season. When buying garlic like this, I try to find garlic that's actually sprouting up, because that's already it's got a head start. Another popular thing you can grow from the farmer's market is the shallots. So the shallots, kind of like an onion or a garlic. Once again, you're going to take this guy, put it in the ground, plant it, and it's going to grow up into the greens, and then also produce more shallots in the ground. I like to use the sweet potatoes. So these guys, once again, I'd probably just let them hang out, and then soon enough they'll actually just start sprouting out little growths, which can be cut off and then planted in your garden. Let's take a look and see if we can find any other easily plantable things here at the farmers market. Of course, all the different fruits. You can eat the fruits, save the seeds, and plant the seeds. Oh, there's a fun one. Here's some raw peanuts. So you can just take the raw peanuts and plant those back in the ground, and guess what? They're going to grow into peanut vines and more peanut plants. And let me tell you, it's just so busy at this market, it's best to get here as early as possible. But another cool thing you can grow there, right in the front, the green onions. So you can see they have the little roots on there, and you're just going to take those and try to get one with longer roots. Take them and plant them in the ground, they're going to continue to grow for you. Another cool thing you guys can grow right here is actually called the Chayote Squash, 75 cents a pound today. This looks like the kind that'll do good here in the Bay Area. It's kind of like a light color, a few little spikes on there. And basically you're just going to take this guy, plant it in a pot of dirt, and then soon enough, out this little crack here will actually emerge a new sprout and a new plant. The tips are edible, as well as the fruit that it's going to make in many months to come. I do have other videos on buying chayote actually at the store to sprout and to grow into a plant for your garden. Another cool thing you could plant right here, many of you guys might not even know about, it's actually called right here, it's actually called the wild potatoes. And I'm not exactly sure what this is, but I bought some last year and took them home, and as you guys can see, these are like little wild potatoes with little root hairs coming out. So you can literally take these guys, plant them in a pot, and then they're going to come back to life, make some greens, and then also reproduce under the soil. So definitely really cool. Plant some wild potatoes today. Another thing you guys could grow is a sugar cane. You can see it's fresh picked, got still the greens on the top. And if we look all the way to the bottom, you can see some with still the roots. So that's definitely, I'd probably buy the ones with the largest roots and try to plant these guys out. And in addition, what you're looking for is like on the little edges there's like these little nubs that form. And these are the things that are going to actually turn into new plants. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and take the sugar cane, and you're going to go ahead and cut it into a little section and just plant this section, this part face up. and it's going to grow into a whole new sugarcane patch before you know it. Another thing you guys can grow is right here is actually called the turmeric, also known as yellow ginger. I know it is turmeric, and as you guys can see, they just freshly dug this stuff out, and it's actually huge. So this makes these little root things here, and I would just basically take this whole thing and probably plant the main stalk. This is where it grew above ground, and then I'd plant a few of these guys, and of course harvest some of these guys yourself to use in your cooking. Now this is a tropical, so it's going to need a frost-free environment for as long a period as time, and I like to generally try to buy the smaller ones. And we're going to definitely try, see if we guys can grow these. I've done it before, so I'll probably do it again. Another crop you guys could grow is right here. It's actually called the sunchokes. And what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and buy some of these sunchokes, just these tubers. And these are actually nice ones. And when looking for ones to eat, you want to get actually nice large ones as possible. But when you're trying to buy them to plant, I would just try to get small ones. Small ones that are whole and don't have any cut marks. Sometimes when they dig them up, they have a lot of cut marks in them. And so I want to try small ones with very minimal cut marks, because the cut marks are going to kind of basically rot on you. So you want to get very little cut marks. And this is actually a nice specimen here to take home and plant. And I'd probably go through here and pick a lot of the small ones to take them home and plant a patch of these. And come next season, you'll have a whole bunch of these under the ground. Now you want to be aware that these guys can become invasive and take over the area. So plant them in a place where you don't mind, where these guys can grow and take off and multiply like mad for you. So another thing that's really popular that you can also grow from the food itself, like the garlic and the shallots you saw, is the standard onions. So the onions, whether you got the red or the yellows here, I'm sure you guys seen onions if you don't use them in time. Kind of looks like this, and it'll sprout some green shoots out the top here, and that's the plant trying to reproduce. So you could literally, take the whole onion and plant it in the ground, and it'll turn into a whole new plant. Now, I wouldn't normally necessarily recommend that. That's kind of be a waste of an onion, but if you got a couple small ones or they're just having to be sprouting in your kitchen, I would go ahead and plant them. The last thing I'm going to show you guys is actually what I bought to plant. Now, they're these guys. They're like, oh, so cute. Oh, wow, and they smell nice too. What these guys are basically baby garlic. So these are sold with the roots on and the little bulbs starting to form and the green tops. And so what I'm going to literally do, these were $1 for like 11 little garlics. I'm going to take these guys and plant each of them, and they're going to basically take hold, take root, come alive, and they're going to turn into full-on garlic bulbs, at the end of the season. So this is really cool because it gives you a jump. Instead of just buying a clove that's unsprouted, it'd be better to get a clove that's sprouted, or better yet, get a clove that's been sprouted, that's been growing in the ground for a while, like I got here. So that's definitely really cool. What you do want to look for is you want to look for any kind of stem rot. So I did ask them when they harvested these, and they said it was harvested last night. But there's a little bit of stem rot on some of these guys, like they've been pretty much drenched a lot. And I'm going to probably have to pick off some of the dead stuff because rot begots rot. And then put these in the ground, plant them, and then, come 4 or 5 months, we'll have garlic bulbs to dig up because of my baby garlic from the farmer's market. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, learning more about just some of the crops and things you could buy at the farmer's market to plant out in your garden so that you could grow your own food instead of being dependent on the grocery store and even the farmer's market. Once again, my name is John Kohler with growingyourgreens.com. We'll see you next time. And remember, keep on growing.